Brazil recently became the world's largest emerging market as measured by the MSCI Global Emerging Markets Index. It is a vast country with big regional differences in economic growth. I'm Polya with MarketWatch, and here to talk about Brazil is Vitoria Saddi, an analyst at RG Monitor. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you.
Most of the economic growth in Brazil comes from the south. The south and the southeast generate about 70% of Brazilian exports. Why is that?
Polly, I think the reason is that Brazil was an empire, so this has historical roots. So ever since the empire, the emperor, the prince, they came through the north, and then they set residence in the south, and the south is Rio. So even despite the fact that it's been like 200, almost 300 years, Brazil, all the development, the harbors, everything was in the south and southeast, close to Rio.
Right. And I recently visited the northeast region, and that's the poorest and least developed of all of Brazil. What has led to that falling behind of this region?
Yeah, I also think it is historical, the roots, because there are two reasons. One is a political reason, and the second one is a geographical reason, because you have droughts there. So it's something that is also decreases growth and mainly increases inequality. So with that inequality, it's hard to work.
And economic growth has been picking up in the northeast. What are some of the major industries driving that growth?
Right. I think Bahia is the largest GDP-wise state in Brazil, so it contributes to 5% for the whole Brazil. What contributes is the complex, the Camaçari complex. You have chemical, petrochemical, you have agriculture. Bahia has a large service sector. And on the other hand, in Pernambuco, which is the second largest northeast country, you have ethanol. And ethanol is not only produced there, but it's also exported.
And infrastructure is a big challenge, not only in the northeast, but throughout Brazil. How significant of a challenge is it, and what's being done to address that problem?
I think it's a critical challenge, and infrastructure, when Brazil promote infrastructure, that's going to entitle Brazil to indeed do a great leap forward, and like China, and therefore growth. So far, I don't think anything has been done, in the sense that the PAC has been proposed but not implemented.
And the PAC is a political proposal by President Lula,
right?
And what does it aim to do, in short?
I would say political will.
Political will, but no major steps have been actually
Nothing,
done.
yes.
Okay, thank you very much
Thank
for joining
you very
us.
much.
For MarketWatch in New York, I'm Polya Lesova.